Coming up on Mountain News this morning, as more students head back to school, county officials remind everyone to be extra careful while on the road. And as the summer travel season comes to an end, some experts here in the Commonwealth expect roads to stay busy well into the fall.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
6:32. It's Wednesday. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. Thank you for always waking up with us. We certainly appreciate it. Let's head over to Brandon for a look at our forecast this morning. And Brandon, well, I really couldn't tell. Maybe you can help correct me. Would you need a light sweater if you're heading out the door this morning? Would you need one?
In some areas,
yeah,
potentially. Okay. A light jacket or something
well,
like that.
Well, because last week, or was it the week before, it was kind of cold outside.
Yeah, a little bit of a chill
cool,
in the air at times last week, and you're going to see more of that in the coming days as we get deeper into fall. I know it's meteorological fall right now, but seasonal fall will be here before you know it. And you know what comes after fall? I'm not saying the word, but it's coming. All right, we're looking at the conditions across the region this morning on our WYMT studio camera, and you can see not looking too bad out there. Some low-hanging clouds or maybe some fog. I do believe it is starting to clear, though, from north to south. 68, dew point 68, so still a bit sticky out there this morning. Visibility at the airport, now that's not outside the studio, that's at the airport there at Wendell Ford, is 10 miles. So, of course, the higher up on the ridges you are, the likelihood the visibility is a bit better. So again, just continue to watch that this morning. 63 Moorhead, 65 Irvin, 65 Lexington. I do think the clouds are starting to clear up there just a little bit, but it's also 63 in Clintwood and Wise. Most of us still in the mid to upper 60s. No more 70s though. Somerset down to 68. The dew points in Irvin, 59. That's pretty comfortable out there. 58 in Clintwood, but everybody else, if you're 60 or above, you're in that soup category. Air you can wear for sure. Your day planner, foggy, then cloudy, and then some sunshine by the afternoon. Temperatures will climb into the upper 70s a little bit later today. Dakota?
All right, Brennan, thank you. Well, officials in Rowan County are investigating the death of a man who was found dead in his truck. The Rowan County coroner says Moorhead Dispatch got a call from someone who hadn't heard from a family member in a while. That family member was a 55-year-old truck driver who was found in his truck near American Legion Way around 7:30 Tuesday night. His body was taken to Frankfort for an autopsy. No foul play is suspected, and the driver's name has not been released. A mother with Eastern Kentucky ties and her 2 children are dead after a shooting in a suburb of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Police identified the mother as 42-year-old Laura Moberly. We learned she was born in Hyden, and her Facebook page indicates that she once lived in Corbin. An incident report states officers were called for a welfare check. When they arrived, police tried to make contact with the people at the home, but did not get an answer. This incident report states officers forced their way into the front door and found the suspect and 2 victims inside the home unresponsive and not breathing. Officials with the coroner's office say officers found all 3 people died from gunshot wounds. Kentucky State Police are investigating a deadly crash that happened on the Mountain Parkway. It happened around the 4-mile marker of the eastbound lanes, not far from the entrance to the parkway at I-64. The Clark County coroner says a car hit a person who was killed. Investigators say the person stepped in front of a KSP-issued vehicle. The name of the victim has not been released. Officials in Pikeville are reminding everyone to stay safe around school buses. Officials with Pikeville Independent Schools and the Pikeville Police Department say it is important that drivers know when to stop when a bus picks up or drop off kids before and after school. Public Information Officer Tony Kahn says these laws are strictly enforced in the city of Pikeville, and drivers need to take extra precautions around those times.
With children involved, we step it up. We want everybody's child, county, city, does not matter, to be safe when they're getting in off the bus. So just take the time. Put your phone down for a few minutes and pay attention to the highway and pay attention to the surroundings, and I think everything will be a lot better.
Well, officials say they understand people may be in a hurry, but the safety of a child is much more important. Well, the busy summer travel season is now behind us, but AAA experts say we can expect a busy fall travel season as well. We talked with AAA about the reason why. Countless Americans hit the road during peak travel times for the summer season. A AAA spokesperson says they do not track Labor Day travel numbers, but by looking at travel numbers from Memorial Day and the 4th of July, they expect Labor Day travel to have returned to or near pre-pandemic levels. And the fall season is just as busy for people sightseeing, the beautiful fall colors, to one of the busiest travel days in the country, Thanksgiving. Experts say to already be planning ahead.
We expect that there's still going to be some problems with flights like we've seen all this year due to the staffing shortages. And so now is actually the time you want to book those flights.
If you are planning a trip this fall, make sure you give yourself enough travel time, typically a day or two earlier before you actually need to get to your destination.
Travel insurance, that's another good thing, especially with what we've been seeing with flights. And understand, maybe talk to a travel advisor about what your rights are as a passenger.
And while we have all felt the pain at the pump, Gas Buddy reports Kentucky's average price per gallon is $3.41 as of Tuesday. Experts say if prices continue to fall, it could decrease well into the fall season.
We're right in the midst of hurricane season. So far, we've been real lucky. But if we have a hurricane that could affect refineries along the Gulf, of course, that could cause those gas prices to go higher.
In Perry County, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News. Well, AAA experts say they will continue to watch oil prices very closely. Well, midterm elections are an opportunity for Eastern Kentuckians to select who they think should lead their communities. What local officials say is even more crucial now following the flood. But with so many people unable to travel due to losing their cars to floodwaters or because of damaged roadways, election officials say they are concerned about voter turnout.
Just have to tell them in newspaper, TV, radio, people come and vote. If you can, if you can't, let us know. We'll come and help. We'll come and get you. You know, I don't think that will be a problem, that we can't have someone to come and pick these people up if they want to vote.
Well, officials say voters can utilize early voting or absentee voting if they are unable to make it to a polling location closer to election time. In partnership with the Poynter Institute's MediaWise program, WYMT's parent company, Gray Television, is launching a new program ahead of the midterm elections to help voters spot misinformation. Find Facts Fast is a free text message course designed to empower people with skills to better participate in the democratic process. White House correspondent and senior national editor John Decker explains.
I'm John Decker in Washington. If you've ever wondered whether something you've read on social media is true or simply misinformation, some help is on the way. Gray Television is partnering with the Poynter Institute's MediaWise project to empower people of all ages to become more critical consumers of content online. Whether it's a post on COVID-19 vaccines, social media ads concerning the upcoming midterm elections, or even video from the war in Ukraine, Gray TV and MediaWise will help you separate fact from fiction. Alex Mahadevan is the director of MediaWise.
Yeah, I've absolutely noticed a rise in misinformation. Really, one of the most troubling things is bad actors, foreign or domestic, are getting better at packaging falsehoods so they look true. They're really essentially getting better at tricking people. They are using new channels to reach new audiences.
How do you stay ahead of the bad actors? How do you stay ahead of bad actors that have become themselves more sophisticated in spreading misinformation?
Well, it's difficult. You know, we don't know what the next thing is, you know, deep fakes, et cetera. But at MediaWise, what we do is we pre-bunk. We teach people how to spot manipulation techniques.
MediaWise, with support from Meta, does this through a text message course called Find Facts Fast, where people for 7 days get a message each day with a media literacy tip, a pre-bunk to help them spot misinformation online. With the midterms just 2 months away, Mahadevan says he's seen falsehoods online about a number of hot-button issues: immigration, the economy, and inflation, even about voting itself.
But in the U.S., we found that a large majority of people are very concerned about the effect of misinformation on the public health and on the education systems.
And that's where we come in. MediaWise and Gray TV will, in a nonpartisan way, help all adults, from college students to seniors, to think more critically as they participate in the digital democracy. MediaWise has already reached 21 million people through online fact-checking training, and we're hoping to grow that. The main message of MediaWise: when facts prevail, democracy wins. In Washington, I'm John Decker.
There are several ways to enroll in the course. You can find those over on our website at WYMT.com.
.641, the forecast this morning still features a little bit of fog, but again, if the number is below 5, or let's say 5 or below on this map, that means it's pretty dense fog, and we're seeing quite a bit of that. Jackson, Hazard, Pikeville, Jonesville, Williamsburg, Jacksboro, again, 5 or less. So be careful out there this morning and continue to travel easy as you head through the first part of your day. Temperatures in the 60s area wide, from 63 in Clintwood and Wise to 68. Somerset, London, Williamsburg, and Hazard. Actually 69 in Manchester. Just noticed they went up a degree there this morning. It's still a little bit cooler in most locations than it was this time yesterday. In Logan, Hazard, and Williamsburg, though, they're exactly where they were this time yesterday morning. Your emoji cast for today: stray chances for rain early this morning, likely before lunchtime, a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow, and then some rain chances late, but warming up as you head into your Friday. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you so much. The time is 6:42. When we come back, our Mountain News this morning. 2 police officers in Uvalde, Texas are suspended after being investigated for their actions during the school shooting that killed 21 people. Stay with us. We'll be right back.